What is up, Star Wars fans? This is Darth Watts, and in this video, we're going to be talking about what Daisy Ridley says, and Daisy Ridley just revealed that a Star Wars comeback would be amazing, so she would love to come back into a galaxy far, far away. This information is coming from the Direct, by the way, so let's read what it says here. So it says, Daisy Ridley recently revealed why she would make a comeback into the galaxy far, far away to portray Rey in the future. It has been over 3 years since a Star Wars movie was on the big screen. That also means that some of the amounts, I don't know why I said accounts, but some of the amount of time has passed since Ridley and the rest of the sequel trilogy cast has been able to act as their respective characters. The films themselves received quite a bit of backlash, which you know who they're talking about, the toxic Star Wars fans, which would be Mike Zero, Doomcock, which is Overlord DVD, and the Fandom Menace, and the Geeks and Gamers. Those are all toxic Star Wars fans, and they like to be and complain about Star Wars, basically the new movies and how they're going, and they're always anti-woke and SJW and all that nonsense that they talk about on their channel, and talking about how Kathleen Kennedy's going to get fired. By the way, they've been saying that Kathleen Kennedy's going to get fired since 2017, and that still has not happened. And that's how I know for a fact that they lie. But anyways, moving on. When they were first released, so it says here, and even though some of the past since options of them haven't seemed to change. So yeah, that pretty much is Ridley herself the subject of large amount of criticism in the past, even to the point where the actress was forced off of social media. She is back and posting regularly now. However, fans seem to be more forgiving in regard to most of the sequel trilogy characters now. Some of the actors, specifically Ridley, may be ready to return to the franchise. So I hope Ridley does return to the franchise. And if Damon Lindelof, which I think he's more likely to get a Star Wars movie by 2025, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of other Star Wars YouTube channels are saying the same thing about Damon Lindelof becoming the next writer and director of a new Star Wars movie. So I think Damon Lindelof's Star Wars movie is more likely. And this Star Wars movie will feature some sequel trilogy characters. It does take place after the events of the Skywalker saga. It does feature some sequel trilogy characters, but they're not going to be like the center point of the story. They're not going to be like the main characters. But it says, in an interview with Hollywood Reporter, Daisy Ridley, who played Rey in the Star Wars sequel trilogy, has asked about the making and potential comeback to the franchise. So, yeah, I mean, like, with the amount of backlash, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, fans hated the sequel trilogy because they didn't, a lot of them like Overlord DVD and the Fandom Menace people, anyone in Fandom Menace people, they didn't like Rey because she was the female hero. They didn't, I mean, those people are anti-woke and SJW, and they're full of nonsense about Kathleen Kennedy, which for me, I have no problem with Kathleen Kennedy. I mean, okay, well, I'll admit that the sequel trilogy wasn't all that great, in my opinion. But I'm not constantly peddling out lies about how Kathleen Kennedy's going to get fired because of all that. Like they are. The people like the Fandom Metis, Geeks and Gamers, Overlord DVD, and Mike Zero. And Mike Zero posts 5 videos a day. One of them might get 1 million views. The other 2 might get 1,000 views. He's pretty much throwing mud up the wall and seeing what sticks. And Doomcock would be stealing information from Reddit and all that. He'd be reporting stuff that's already widely known and spreading nonsense about Kathleen Kennedy and this ongoing war in Lucasfilm, which we know that's not true. So, a lot of stuff that they're saying that isn't true. And they are the biggest liars, which are the Fandom Metis, Overlord DVD, Geeks and Gamers, and Mike Zero. These are all the biggest liars on Star Wars YouTube. And they spend their days lying to Star Wars fans because they obviously got nothing better to do. And for me, yes, I may have mixed feelings about the sequel trilogy. I felt The Last Jedi was good. I felt The Force Awakens was good. But The Rise of Skywalker didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at first. And The Rise of Skywalker is my least favorite of the sequel trilogy. But after I read the novelization to The Rise of Skywalker, I now start to understand the entire story. And I can see the story for what it is in Star Wars. And I will always enjoy watching Star Wars, even though it doesn't go the way I expect it to go. I mean, I'm still going to enjoy Star Wars and still going to go to every new Star Wars movie as they come out and watch all the live-action Star Wars and animated Star Wars off Disney+. I'm still going to do that because I've been a hardcore Star Wars fan my entire life. In fact, when I was 10 years old, my mom threw me a birthday party for me and my friends on my birthday, and and the theme of my birthday party was a Star Wars theme, and we did like Star Wars theme musical chairs and all that, but anyways, I'm rambling on quite a bit about that, but we had a lot of fun. We played Star Wars Monopoly. We did all sorts of things that were Star Wars related at my birthday party when I believe I was 10 years old. If that's right. But we had that birthday party, and I've been a Star Wars fan since then. Even since before then. I mean, the first Star Wars movie I saw was Revenge of the Sith. And that was when I was really little. I think it was in a movie theater when Revenge of the Sith came out, and I was really little when it came out. So, but anyways, if Damon Lindelof ends up writing and directing a new Star Wars movie for 2025, and then Daisy Ridley gets in, that would be awesome. I would go see that movie. In fact, I'm not going to get there, but I'm going to go see that movie, and I'm going to go see that movie, and then I'm going to give you guys my reaction. I might even do a live stream while I'm in the movie theater like I did with The Rise of Skywalker. Hopefully nobody yells at me this time like last time I did a live stream, but that's an unlisted video. I did that last time The Rise of Skywalker came out, not last year. But when The Rise of Skywalker came out, I did a video based on... I did a live stream right before The Rise of Skywalker started playing in the movie theaters. But a couple guys were disruptive and kept telling me to turn around and all that. But that was a few years ago. But that was right when I was getting ready to go see The Rise of Skywalker. So, but I can't wait to see another Star Wars movie. It has been 3 years since we've had a new Star Wars movie. The reason why they stopped making spin-off films is not just because of the pandemic. I know the COVID-19 pandemic, had a big effect in the Star Wars movies, but it wasn't the main reason why there wasn't Star Wars movies for the past 3 years, especially standalone films like Solo. The reason why there wasn't standalone films for a while ever since Solo is because of how much money Solo lost money. And if you ask me, my opinion, I think Kenobi should have been a movie, but I'm okay with it being a series for now. Maybe someday they'll do a movie as well that goes with the series on Obi-Wan Kenobi. But once they get... The reason why they decided to suspend standalone films is because of Solo losing money. Yeah, and Solo lost a lot of money because a lot of fans didn't want to go see Han's. If it's not Harrison Ford, they didn't want to go see the Han Solo movie. But I went and saw the Han Solo movie and it was good. In fact, the Han Solo movie review was the very first video I did on this channel 4 years ago. So if you guys have time, go check that video out. I did that video about 4 years ago. It's the very first video I did on this channel. But anyways, I've rambled on quite a bit. Let me know your thoughts down below on all this, and I will catch you all later in another video.